All right, we're not going to have JB on tonight. Yeah, we're actually, JB is on the phone with us. The video looked so good. I don't know what happened. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining us tonight. And JB is here. We're going to talk to JB a little bit about the Dusty Vaquero Days. Coming up, it's just next month. What are the days, JB?
It's May 30th and 31st. That's Friday, Saturday.
Okay. Friday and Saturday. And we are leaving here. We're leaving Fort Worth on Wednesday, and we're going to be in Gillette, Wyoming on Thursday, getting ready. And then we'll be at the Dusty Vaquero Days on Friday, Saturday. And then we're going to be doing a podcast from Gillette, Wyoming on Sunday. And then maybe we'll mosey on back to Fort Worth sometime that week. But Dusty Vaquero Days has given Cowboy Cartel a pair of tickets, and we're going to be giving those away tonight for the inaugural Dusty Vaquero Days. So, JB, any news, any lineup changes, or any kind of anything spectacular happened in the last couple of weeks since we've talked to you last?
I don't think there's any real big changes. The lineup is still the same. We're going to be doing a dummy rope in there. One of the locals there, the Crossfire Ranch Supply, was nice enough to lend us a dummy. So it's one of those air powered dummies that shoots out of a chute. So we'll have a dummy roping going on for kids or adults or whoever, and that ought to be a lot of fun. But yeah, it's pretty much just stayed the same as it was. It's going to be a pretty sweet lineup.
All right, well that's cool. I've never seen one of those dummies like that. That'll be interesting. I'm not a cowboy. I just play one on TV. So I've never roped. I've never even roped a dummy. So are you going to teach me how to rope, man?
Oh, we can get that done. I'm sure. It's I've never actually used one of these before either. An air compressor runs it and it just shoots it out. It's got wheels on it, so it's a training tool, but it also is a lot of fun just to rope it with your buddies and stuff like that. But it's built for people to learn on. So even if you've never roped before, we'll have ropes there. We'll have people around that can teach you how to swing a rope halfway decent so that you can give it a shot. But it ought to be good for all skill levels.
Well, I don't want to just throw a rope. If we're going to do this, I gotta at least, I gotta get a lasso on something, man.
It might take a couple practice swings first but we'll get you lined out. We'll teach you how it's done.
All right. Here, what I'm going to do, Lorena, is I'm going to give you that so you can hold it to your microphone. Okay. That'll work better. Then I don't have to jump around the microphone. Can you still hear me, JB?
Yes. Not as good, but yes.
We're trying to figure this out, man. We're trying to figure it out. All right. So we know there's going to be a beer garden. It's going to be half a day. So from 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday until that evening. What are the times on Friday and Saturday?
Friday, we're going to start at 5 p.m. on Friday.
Okay.
5 to 11. That way local folks and stuff can still go to work on Friday if they have to, and then run over once they're done. And then Saturday it starts at 1 p.m. and it'll go to 11 p.m. So 11 p.m. both nights we'll be shutting it down, but there is camping there, and there's other stuff going on. So I'm sure there still will be a party going on afterwards, but the music will be done by 11.
All right, sounds good. So do you live in Gillette? Is that your home base? I know you're in California doing some cowboy stuff right now, right?
Right. Yeah, I'm in California, Northern California, up on the coast. Got some friends out here that have like a small ranch, and so I came out to help them for a week right off Highway 1. Three sides of this ranch is fenced, and the fourth side is just the ocean. It's right on the ocean, so it's pretty neat. But Gillette is now my home. I've got a place up there, but I lived in South Central Wyoming for a long time. But when this festival planning and everything started, it was just a lot easier to be in Gillette. So I got a place up there. few months ago, and that's where we've been kind of running the show from.
Okay. So if you guys don't know, JB Zielke is the author of The Lost Cowboy, and he has cowboyed on 6 continents, right, JB?
6 out of 7.
We're going to get that 7th one done, right?
Yeah, one of these days, Antarctica, we'll figure out how to get to Antarctica.
It's probably going to have to involve wrangling, what are those birds called? Penguins.
Maybe we'll have to see. Nobody has come up with a great plan yet, but I'm sure with some time and some great brain power, we could figure it out.
They don't run very fast.
No, they don't run fast at all. All right. So JB, how long has this been, Lorena? We started the giveaway. I think it was 6 weeks total.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. So 6 weeks this giveaway has been going on. We're gonna give away a pair of tickets to the inaugural Dusty Vaquero Days concert, and it's really it's not a concert. It's a music festival, right? So it's a multi-day event. There's gonna be a lot of cool activities there. You guys ready to do this? I mean, I would love to have you guys, all of you guys, come up. If you don't win and you're interested in coming up, I say just drive up, drive out, fly out. There's an airport in Gillette. There's plenty of hotel rooms, right, JB?
Yep, plenty of hotel rooms around. Last I knew, we talked to a handful of hotels, and they said that they had some room left. And that airport, I just flew out of the Gillette airport a few days ago to come out here to California. So it's a really nice airport. You can fly right into town and find yourself a hotel or camp on the ground, whatever you feel like doing.
All right. Well, we already have our reservations, and we know we're gonna head out on Wednesday, and we're gonna drive up. So we're gonna see the countryside, and we're gonna travel through. We're gonna travel through every state: Colorado, Kansas, all the way up there. So it's going to be a lot to see, and we might take a different route on the way back and just see some of the countryside up there. So, guys, we're doing something a little bit different. We've got all of the names. Lorena has, can we get that other camera? There you go. So Lorena has all of the names in here, and I need number 1 again too. And so we're going to draw a name out of here. This is the new American. What is this? The 8120? This is the American 8120. This one here. We're going to be talking about these here in a few minutes too. But
come on, shake it like it owes you money.
Do I really need to shake it that much?
I don't know, for dramatic effect.
For dramatic effect. All right. Do you want to pick, or am I picking? I guess I'm picking, right? So that it's on camera.
Tienes la mano santa, like we say in Mexico.
Manos arriba.
No, mano santa.
All right, so here it is.
All right.
Let's see. It's going to be
Gotta show it on camera.
It's going to be a challenge whether I can read this or not from my position. Okay.
I think you can. I know when it is.
Jessica Lund.
Jessica Lund.
Congratulations, Jessica. So for you and JB, tell us how are they going to get these tickets? Are they going to be at the will call? So Jessica won, and she's won a pair of tickets, right? So for her and a significant other, or plus one, whatever you want to say, how do they actually attain these tickets?
Yeah, so I'll just take Jessica's name,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll give it to them at the box office, and those tickets will be waiting for her to pick up right there at the box office.
Okay, Jessica, we've also got her email, and we're going to send out an email tomorrow. We'll post it on our social media, and we look forward to seeing you in Gillette, Wyoming for the Dusty Vaquero Days festival. So if you guys aren't following Dusty Vaquero Days and Dusty Vaquero, check them out on Instagram. And are you guys on Facebook too, JB?
I think we are. I think it posts to both. But certainly on Instagram, and we also DustyVaqueroDays.com as well has a lot of information on it.
And I think all of your social media links are in the description for this video. So if you guys are interested in seeing the Dusty Vaquero YouTube channel has a lot of great music on there. Go check them out. Also, The Lost Cowboy. There's a link. I think there's a link to your book in the description of this podcast too. If you haven't read JB's book, The Lost Cowboy, it's fantastic. It's about all of his travels cowboying across the world, really. So, JB, I'm really excited, man. So, I mean, is there a place to hunt up there? Can we do some hunting while we're there?
It's out of season for most things at that time of year.
Varmint, man, varmint.
Yeah, unfortunately, at least the big game hunting all happens kind of September, October.
Right.
Time is deer, elk, antelope. But there's, I think maybe spring bear is open at that time.
Bear. I've never hunted bear. I mean, that sounds kind of cool.
No, you said we were gonna go work. Now you're gonna go shoot. Come on. Leave bears alone.
Right. Okay. All right. Maybe next trip. All right. Well, we're excited, and we're gonna let you get off of here and get back to work. JB was at the sale barn, and that's he was on his way back from the sale barn when we started the stream. So thanks for getting back to us, JB, and being here. Sorry we couldn't get you on on this collab cam. We'll figure that out for the next time, wherever you're at.
Oh, that's no problem at all. Yeah, I'm glad you reminded me, because I was just cruising down Highway 1 and I hit one spot where there's service, and you had texted me and said, "Are you going to make it?" And I thought, oh, if I hustle, I can make this work.
There you go. All right, buddy. Hey, we appreciate you being here, and we'll see you in what are we looking at? 5 weeks? 4 weeks?
4 weeks, I think.
4 weeks?
Maybe 5. I feel like we should have you back, JB, after the festival, so we can talk about how it went and all major highlights.
Yeah. When are you in Fort Worth next, JB?
I don't have any set plans for Fort Worth at the moment. Generally, I try not to go south in the summertime.
I don't blame you.
So I try and stay in Wyoming, Montana, Idaho in the summer, and then head down south in the wintertime. So you never know, though. I'm always bouncing around. I could be in Fort Worth again soon.
Well, we're going to be in Gillette. Ladeno, we might as well do a podcast with him while we're there.
All right.
Yeah, that
works for me.
Too.
All right, JB. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you guys so much.
Hey, thanks a lot, buddy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so Jessica Lund, congratulations, guys! Thanks for hanging out with us and sticking with us through this mess today. This has probably been by far the worst kind of technical experience we've had in a while.
I wouldn't say worst. I would say bumpy.
It's the bumpiest. Okay, all right.
That's all.
Anyway, all right. So, yes.
I got comments here.
All right, let's hear him.
So guess what? Daniel Estrada says he ordered him a new straw. A couple days ago, got an American Head Company 50/50 on the way.
50/50?
That's great.
There's one sitting right behind the Lorena back there. That's mine. She's got one too. Yeah, all right. We'll bring
Let's
it up.
show 'em.
If you guys haven't seen a 50/50,
that's the one.
this is a 50/50. This is an American 50/50. It is very breathable, and it is one of my most favorite summertime barbecue type hats. Like, you just wear it and don't worry about it. This one has gotten pretty tight for me, and it doesn't fit great anymore. So it doesn't. It kind of gets used when I don't really care about the hat I'm going to be wearing. We don't care what happens to it.
Who here in the chat has a 50/50, guys? So who would like to have one? I mean, personally, this is a great hat for really hot days.
Yes. And you guys are going to see some more hats here in a few minutes, but let's get through the questions and just chat, because this is we don't have a guest scheduled other than JB, and that didn't work out as planned, but we made it through it. So we'll take some questions, and then I got something for you guys to see, and you guys are going to be the first.
All right, let's see.
If it works.
Well, You guys have any questions? I got Ty Cox here asking why we didn't have a live stream last week.
So last week we were going to premiere. We did try and premiere the podcast with Justin Biltonen. So we recorded that podcast, and the idea was to publish it on that Sunday. And something technical went wrong again, but this was a computer error on the transfer to YouTube. It didn't all get on there, so we had to release that on Monday. And we get tired. I mean, this is like, you guys don't see half of what goes on here. What time did we start working today on videos? Noon?
About noon.
About noon.
Yes.
So we've been at this since noon, setting up video and recording video and editing video. So there's a lot to do with this, and especially on a live day. Lives are very hard to do. I mean, they just are.
Yes.
Inherently. I guess if we just threw, I think I've said this before, if we just threw a phone up on the counter and talked at it,
I would love that.
it would be a lot easier. But I mean, right now I'm looking at three cameras, and a lot of times we have 4 or more if we have guests back here. So I mean, it's no joke. It's kind of hard to do.
Yes. But then, our members appreciate it. Jeff Swain right here saying that interview was great.
Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I was really excited about that. Justin is a fantastic guy, and I've been wanting to get that video out for a long time, a couple of years. We talk to him all the time, and I mean, he's just a fantastic guy, and I can't believe that he doesn't have kind of a mob following. I mean, and he did. He had some people there that traveled up from Waco and some other people that, I mean, he's in Tennessee, and he had people at this show that, like follow him around. But I was surprised, they play in front of 400,000 people. I'm glad 400,000 people didn't show up.
Yes.
it would have been a mess. But yeah, I mean, his solo career, a lot of great songs. So if you're not checking him out yet, if you got Apple Music, go download some of his songs.
Then Ty Cox asks, how many tattoos do you have? You have 2. He has 2.
I have 2.
Guess where?
I have 4.
No, 2, right?
5. I've got 5.
What?
I've got 5. My wife, I guess she's never seen me.
No, well, I don't know where you have it.
I've got
Really
5.
haven't seen
I've got 5 tattoos. I got one on each shoulder.
Yes.
I got one on my
Ankle.
left leg, yeah, and then I've got one under my watch too. So.
Oh, right.
So I've got 5.
Yeah. Forgot the one on your finger, actually.
Yeah, that one too. I mean, I forget about them. These are like 30 years old. All of them are. The last one I got was when I was in the Navy, 2001. That was the last time I got a tattoo. So
Daniel says that the hat he ordered will be his first American, so he's pretty excited about that.
Man, so just be aware, the 50/50 is not like every other American hat. It is a very soft body. There's not a lot of structure to it. So some people who have never had an American before will take that hat and they'll be disappointed. Not any of the other hats are like that. A 50/50 is a breed into itself, just because of what it's made out of and the style of the hat. It's much softer, especially the crown is much softer. And you can see here, it's just it's really soft, right? So I mean, it's a soft hat. It holds its shape. This one was shaped last 2 years ago, I think. Joby shaped this. It went from a cattleman to a punchy minick. Joby did that for me. So I mean, it holds its shape. And obviously, if we went from a cattleman to this, it's soft enough to be reshaped, right? So that if that gives you any indication on how much different this hat is than something like this, right? So it's just be aware it's a little different hat.
I mean, it makes sense. All the ventilation, right? So
not saying it's not a great hat. It's a fantastic hat, especially for the summer. But it's completely different. It's different than resistol. There's a resistol Connolly. I mean, this hat is still different than the American, but it's just not like any other hat you've seen.
Even the color, I think like the 50/50 is a little darker.
I mean, well, yeah, 50/50 is darker. The 50/40 is a whiter hat. So if you wanted something white, 50/40 is your thing. I've got a 5100, which is basically a similar pattern in gray. And Lorena just got one this year too for one of her hats.
Oh yeah, maybe
Right.
we should show them. But
I don't even know where it's at. I mean, we got hats everywhere.
I do. I'll bring it in a minute. But
Let's
before,
not.
it's okay. I can jump over all the cameras.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
who else is here? Paul H says, just bought my American hat 7700 last week.
7700.
Yes.
I do not know all of the models. I know a lot of them, but 7700 I don't know.
I feel like it's like working in some kind of like doctors that they have to memorize all the codes.
There's a lot. I mean,
and
look.
that.
What is this? I already forgot. This is 8120. I mean, American calls it one thing. Somebody else calls it another.
Yeah.
So,
Charles Rhodes says he has a 50/50
Yep.
and Cowboys in the Hood. Would you look at that name?
Cowboys in the Hood.
Cowboys in the Hood.
All right.
He says,
nice.
I just started wearing cowboy hats late last year. Just got my first American hat 2 months ago for the X Natural, and that's too hot for the Arizona heat now. What straw hat is a good starter?
Arizona. We went to Arizona 2 years ago. Was it 2? It'll be 2 years ago this summer. I think it was. We haven't been to Arizona last year. We need to go back to Arizona.
We do.
So we were there, and it was 120 degrees in Phoenix. I was wearing I'm pretty sure I wore my 5100 the entire time I was there. And I mean, that's a great hat. It's got a lot of structure. It's very similar to the 50/50, but it's got a lot more structure. And I think Lorena is going to try and get one, but she has to move a light or a camera or something. I don't know. I mean, like, you guys don't even understand how much camera gear is out here and cables. So when I put Lorena in the director's chair or producer's chair over here, I tell her, don't move.
Oh, man. It's like being in a game show here.
Okay.
Touch the
So-
cable.
Figure out how to get it around here. So this is the 5100. And as you can see, it's got a lot of ventilation. It's very similar to the weave on the 50/50, but it is a much sturdier hat. I don't know why it's so much different. Maybe it has to do with the weave that they put on the top of this. I'm not a straw expert. It's I think they're all Shantung, but this is a fantastic hat. Mine is a 4. This looks like a 4 1/4. I think you always get 4 1/4. Mine's a 4 1/2. And I think there are pictures on our Instagram of my 5100 because I wore it all summer, last summer, and maybe the one before that.
So what would you say is a good starter?
Starter hat?
Mhm.
For Arizona, 5100.
Okay.
There you go. That's your hat. That's your Arizona hat right there.
Good. Why not the 50/50 though?
I like the 50/50, but if it's your only hat, I want something with a little more structure. And if it's your first hat, you want to see what American is like. I mean, maybe you don't like the gray, right? So then maybe the 50/50 or the 5100 or something like that, or one of the new models that's coming out. They've got a lot of ventilation on a couple of them, and you guys are going to see those here in just a few minutes.
Daniel Estrada says, that is more what I was looking for, something to be a daily hat in the summer.
Yeah, I mean, 50/50 is still good. It's still a great hat. Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, and I'm sure, Joby's going to have a sale here real soon, either in the summer or in the early fall, and you can probably pick one up. Pretty good price. I don't know if he has any 5100s. I don't think he carries a 5100.
Joby
He
has
might.
great sales
He has
along the
great sales.
year.
He has great sales. I don't know, like we're still wondering what what the tariffs are going to do to straw hats. It's
Yes.
we've talked to a couple of different people about this, and like if the tariffs hold, what's the price of a straw hat going to be? I have no idea. I mean, 100%, right? I think that's the tariff, 100% on top of what you're paying now. That makes an American straw $400. So, and some other American straws, like American-made straws, they're all in that price range, right? So, the Resistol Connolly, I think there's a price tag on this. Is there a price tag on this? Maybe not. Yeah, there is. $184. So, yeah, there's another one. That's almost $400.
What was a straw hat? What was the price of a straw hat, let's say 5 years ago?
I don't know. My first American straw, I paid $98 for. So
Really?
yeah, I mean, that was
2022?
21, 22, something like that.
All right.
Yeah. So they have gone up significantly. I think they were right around $100 price range before, and I think that was kind of where they stayed for a long time, because they still are. I mean, there's a lot of manufacturing that goes on in America to make that hat into something you can actually wear. So, it's a lot of money. Pay people.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Now, Jeff Sewing says 7,900 is my only American hat right now. Hoping to pick up another at the stockyards during the hat shaping school. He is
There you go.
enrolled in our hat shaping school.
That's right, guys. So as soon as we get back from the Dusty Vaquero Days music festival, I think we've got 1 week or less before the.
About 2 weeks.
Is it? I don't think so. I think it's like 1 week. I don't know.
Well, it depends on when we come.
I got to look at the calendar. We got back-to-back in-person hat shaping classes here in Fort Worth right after the Dusty Vaquero Days concert. So we'll get back from Wyoming and then immediately go into 2 back-to-back in-person hat shaping classes. So if you guys are interested in getting in on that, check out cowboycartelgroup.com /
Just cowboycartelgroup.com, all the info is right there now.
Sure. I'm so used to saying / giveaway that I just always put /.
Yeah. Now we have 3 different kinds of classes, you guys. We have a 3-day, a 2-day, and a private class.
Yes, we've done. I was surprised. We've already done 1 private class, and we've got another one this Friday.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So I was shocked. We added that to the offering, and it's become pretty popular. So if you're interested in that, because of our schedule, we kind of work with the individual who wants that one-on-one class, and we figure out a time that works for both of us, all of us. And so we're not going to offer that like all throughout the year, because it's an entire day of just one-on-one hat shaping, and it's pretty grueling for everybody. But it seemed to work out really well with that one-on-one kind of connection there, and there's a lot of hat shaping that goes on, maybe even more than on the in-person school. So,
and you have personalized attention.
Yes, and we can focus on like things that are needed by that individual, right? So instead of a generic, it's not generic, but it's a class that's geared for everybody, and we go through all of the class when we do the in-person class, whether you need to hear the information or not. We go through it all, because somebody, maybe the other guy next to you, might need to know that information. Whereas when we do that one-on-one, it was cool because we could gear it specifically to the individual. It's just something a little different we're offering now, and it seems to be working pretty good.
Yeah. So if you're interested, you can go to our website, www or www, like I like to say,
Yes.
cowboycartelgroup.com.
Yeah.
Now, Cowboys in the Hood asks, do you wear your 500X hat more often than the others?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't keep track of which ones I wear. like how often I wear them. I know when we were traveling a lot, I wore the evergreen quite often because it was just one that I would drag with me wherever I went because it just kind of took a beating and I wasn't afraid of it. I've been wearing the natural, so 1000X natural. I wore a lot last felt season. The 500X silver belly. I've been wearing that a lot. It's gotten dirty, and I don't really worry about that too much anymore. I wore the steel recently. I mean, I just wear everything, right? So I don't have anything that I put in a closet and say, oh, I'm going to save this and wear it on a special occasion. Everything is in rotation. Like I'll go in there if it matches what I'm wearing or matches what I want for that specific day, then I wear it. So I don't have that in my mind where, oh, I can't wear this hat because, it's too good. I wear everything.
But he won't wear a straw if it's under 85 degrees?
97.
Wow.
Okay.
What?
So it is straw season in Texas right now. And
Where's
in
your straw?
most of the South. Look, here's the problem. Everybody thinks that. That's not the case. Just because it's straw season doesn't mean you have to wear straw. Straw season only means it's acceptable to wear straw.
Do you guys agree?
It's not. There's no agree or disagree. It's a fact.
I'm just asking the guys.
It's a fact. So felt season is appropriate all year long. It is the most formal option, and it's the most acceptable option. Straw season is just when it's appropriate to wear straw. Facts.
Facts.
And you will not see me in straw unless we're doing a specific video on straw, or if it's so hot outside that I can't wear felt. That's how I roll. I mean, we do have a lot of straw to wear this summer, though.
Let me tell you something. I can't wait to try J.W. Brooks Vented.
Yeah, yeah. We put that out. I guess it's 2 weeks ago. We put that. We shared that.
I really want to try that.
Information about that felt. I want to try one too. We've reached out to JW, and hopefully they'll come on the podcast. His wife Jody has responded to us, and they are interested. So we look forward to having them on and showing you guys up close and personal the JW Brooks summer felt. I'm pretty excited about one too.
Biff Wellington has a piece of advice here. He says, buy your hat today or wait until the tariff squeeze play works itself out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of ways you can go there, right? So, obviously, nobody has paid tariffs on the straw they're currently sitting on, right? Now, that being said, maybe on their next shipment, they know they've got a tariff that's going to hit, so maybe they automatically put that price in effect to everything they've got. Something else you might find is that dealers may not have any sales on straw for a while, because if they're smart, they know that
they can't afford to.
They know that the tariffs might be coming, right? So they know that next order that they have, it could be double what they were paying on it. And this is all speculation. We don't have anything that indicates this other than the tariffs that are in place at the moment, and the fact that all of the straws are made in China.
Yes.
Like there's ways around it, right? You could ship them into Mexico and then either go pick them up or have somebody ship them to you. But I mean, who's going to do that if you're ordering, 100,000 straw?
Some creating importing going on there.
I couldn't afford to do it. Price on that is ridiculous.
D Soot says, my first American hat was $125 several years ago. My newest was just over $225.
Yeah.
Crazy how these past few years have driven all hats, felt, and straw up.
Yeah. So, do you have any other questions? Should we want to show them this video real quick?
I don't see any questions. Just Charles Rose says he has a few JW regular felts.
Yeah.
And then exclamation point. So I suppose he likes them.
Well, we would love to have them on and talk about their hats, because I've seen them around for years now, and I've never had one, but I would love to talk to them about their process. From all indications, from everybody I've talked to, he makes a great hat. So, we hope to have him on and talk about, all of his hats, but especially the summer felt. Now, we talked earlier about Lorena and I working on videos all day, and we have a video we want to show you guys. It's the new American straws. It's all of this, all 4 of the new straws. You guys are going to get a sneak peek at this. It's not finished. There's no music added to it or nothing. There's no intro. It's just the raw video. We're going to show it to you, and then we're going to jip it up tomorrow and kind of release it tomorrow. But you guys get the first look, and we want your opinion. What do you think of it? We tried a little different video style because we edited live and then threw it in editing and did some more editing. So it's just a little different process how we did it. It is, you guys are going to see it in 1080p because that's what we stream in. Tomorrow it'll be uploaded in 4K. So you get a really good look at these hats. And so you guys are getting a first look. Check them out. Let us know what you think. Just let me know what you think of the video, and we'll be back as soon as you watch it. It's only about 10 minutes, right? I think we said.
Yes.
So here you go. Check us out.
All right.
It's straw season in the southern part of the country, and American Hat has 4 new straw designs for 2025. We've got them here, and we're going to show you each one of them. First, the 8110. The TC 8920, which is a tough Cooper model and comes with lambskin standard from the factory. The 7710 and the 8120. Now you may notice a variety of trim on these hats, and that's because every American hat is custom to the dealer who orders them. Now we're going to break down each of these hats and show you the different trim options we chose. Now if you want something like this for yourself, you can always go to your dealer and special order one. Depending on your dealer, you may or may not see it this season. If you're lucky enough to have access to a high volume dealer with a creative side, you might have some of these in stock. The 8110 is one of Lorena's new hats for this straw season, and it's got a pretty unique design. I think it looks like a bunch of tents or teepees. Lorena thinks it looks like upside down hearts. Maybe we're both right. Now, she chose a red 2-cord ribbon. Now, some interesting features inside. First, you'll notice the lambskin sweatband. Now, the lambskin is a premium upgrade and is just a few dollars more, but depending on your dealer, they may or may not choose to upgrade that sweatband. The second thing we notice is it says drummed. Let's talk about drummed. It's been available on American hats for a very long time, but nobody really knows what that means. A drummed hat, in this case, we take a 7 5/8 body and they drum the sweatband. Now what they do is they make that sweatband just a little bit smaller than that 7 5/8, which puts this hat between 7.5 and 7 5/8. So Lorena likes to get her hats drummed because she's got a lot of hair and it fits a little bit better. Gives a little more cushion, a little more room for that hat. Now you don't have to get a drummed hat to get that perfect fit. All you have to do, and we've shown this in videos before, is tape the sweatband. It acts the same as drumming that sweatband at the factory. Now, if you have more questions about how to fit your hat properly or how to take care of your hat, check out our Hat Care 101 for straw and felt videos that we did with Joby at Joby's Hats. Now, we mentioned that Lorena chose this red 2-cord ribbon. Ribbons come in a variety of colors and a variety of sizes. We're going to show you some other options for ribbons here in just a few minutes. But I kind of like how this came together. That red, I probably wouldn't have chose it myself, but it works great on this hat. Now this is the TC 8920. This is one of my new hats for this straw season, and it's a 4.5-inch brim. I prefer 4.5-inch brims, especially in straw. This is a little bit bigger than the 4.25 we looked at previously. And something a little different, it's got a 9-line ribbon on it. Now a 9-line ribbon is quite a wide ribbon, and it's not something I'm used to. But I think it works on this hat, and I'm willing to give it a try this year. We recently did a video on the Forey Smith hat from Yellowstone. That hat has quite a large ribbon, and turned out I kind of liked it. So it's given me a new perspective on ribbons, and I might try some on felts in the near future. Now, as we said earlier, Tough Cooper hats come standard with lambskin sweatband. This hat is not drummed, as I wear a standard 7 1/4. When I first saw this hat, I really wasn't crazy about the design, but it has quite a bit of ventilation, and it might be a great option for one of these hot summer days. What do you think of these wide ribbons on straw hats, or felt for that matter? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that little bell button to be notified anytime we drop a new video. Now, the 7710 is another hat with quite a bit of ventilation, but not a whole lot going on in the design area. This is for somebody who maybe wants to keep it more simple and doesn't want a lot of kind of design in their hat. This hat would be great for work or just somebody who wanted to keep it simple. This hat also has a 4.5-inch brim, and I chose a blue 2-cord, standard 2-cord you see on most hats. I just wanted to add a little bit of something to this because it was such a plain. This hat has just a standard sweatband. It is leather, but it is not the upgraded lambskin. I generally prefer the lambskin and the sweatband, but we wanted to show you the different options available. Now we're finally at the 8120. The 8120 has been my all-time favorite hat design for years. And the 7800, being so similar in design to that body, made it an instant favorite of mine. We first saw the 8120 while we were at the American Hat Company factory in 2024. Now, this hat was so new at the time, it didn't even have a model number. As a matter of fact, if you look inside this hat, it doesn't even have a tag. So no identifying information in this hat at all when we got it. They didn't even know what they were going to call it at that time. Now, we've had this hat since last summer, but we couldn't show anybody for quite a while, at least until they announced the new straw designs. Now, the body used for the 8120 has been around for a long time. Resistol Connolly has been using it for years. So a huge thank you to Joby's Hats in Fort Worth, Texas for lending us this Resistol Connolly for the video. I actually owned one of these hats, and one of our very first videos was comparing the Resistol Connolly with the American 7800. I eventually gave that hat away, and so I didn't have one for this video. We appreciate Joby for loaning it to us. Now, the Resistol Connolly has quite a different lacquer than the American 8120. I'm not sure how well you can see it on camera. The American is a little more shiny, and the Connolly is more of a flat and almost feels rough to the touch. The Resistol Connolly is a 7 1/4 inch brim, and the 8120 is 4.5. Now, I chose black for the ribbon just because I thought it gave it a more traditional look, and I wanted this hat to be as traditional as possible. This is probably going to be my new everyday hat. Let's talk about the trim we chose for the 8120. So the 8120 also got a standard sweatband and no frills. Now, there's some important things to understand about straw hat bodies and why these two hats are so similar and why there are a variety of other companies making this same design. First thing to understand is that all of these bodies are made in one village in China. Whether it's a hat made in America or made in Mexico, they're getting the bodies from the same place. Now let's talk a little bit about how hat bodies are designed, because there's not a lot of people really designing hat bodies, and there's a few reasons for that. If a manufacturer designs a hat body and they send it to China, and China makes that hat body and sends it out to them, that becomes a known design in that Chinese manufacturer's book, which means everybody in the world who's ordering straw hat bodies from that Chinese manufacturer can now order that design. Now, this is a huge problem for designers because China cares nothing about our copyright laws or the people designing them, which means the person designing this hat or any hat can get maybe a year of use out of that hat before it's available for anyone else to order. Now, fortunately, design is only one aspect of making a straw hat. There's a lot of things that come into play when making a straw hat, such as the lacquer used. These two hats use a very different lacquer. American Hat uses an oil-based lacquer, and they dip their hats in this lacquer twice. Resistol and Stetson use a water-based lacquer. Choice of brim width, whether they used glazed or unglazed paper to make that straw. Now, all of these factors play a part in the finished product. Now, let's talk about how they make these straw bodies. As we discussed, all of these bodies come from one small village in China. Every hat is hand woven by women who pass this technique, this skill down through the generations. Now, because each hat is hand woven, they're all going to be just a little bit different. No two hats are ever the same. Now, there's other variables that come into play that make hats just a little bit different. And it's way too much to go into in this video, but all of the hats we talked about today are made of shantung straw. Now, if you want to pick up any of these great American hats that we've been talking about today, check out Joby's Hats online at jobyshats.com or stop on in. They've got 2 locations in Fort Worth, Texas, and they'll be happy to help you out. Now, Joby is one of those creative dealers that I talked about earlier, and I'm sure he has some different ribbons available on the hats that he has in stock. He's also got the ability to order any of these hats with any configuration you want to put on it. Not only that, Joby also has the ability to make custom ribbons right in the store. If you have any questions about any of the hats we talked about today, be sure to leave them in the comments below and we'll be happy to help you. If you liked this video and found it informative, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Okay, guys, so that is the rough edit. You guys get to see it first. Let me know what you think in the comments, and which hat would you choose? Also, what do you think about that 9-line ribbon on my straw? Because I'm thinking about putting one on one of my next felts. Let us know. What do you think?
So Jeff has a question before we watched the video.
Okay.
He asked, do you think felt will go up with tariffs too?
No. So the felt's not coming out, and we've talked to manufacturers about this. Felt's not coming out of China. Felt's coming out of Europe, specifically Portugal. And I don't know if there's no change to the tariffs as far as I know. And from what we are hearing, there's not going to be a price increase on felts. Straw, that's the problem.
Okay. GB515 says, great hats. D-Suit says, Lorena, I saw the hearts first. Thank you. I thought I was the only one.
She, we had this conversation. She never saw the teepees or the tents.
No.
Maybe I just don't look upside down.
That's because they're not teepees, they're hearts.
They're upside down hearts.
Which is why I chose a red ribbon.
Exactly. And so I didn't even realize that's why. Where I was back at the we were at the factory when we ordered them. And you were ordering yours, and I went back to get my my silver belly fixed. And as a matter of fact, I just posted a video on the American Hat Company Facebook group today in a comment on the it was the Positive Times brand. They have a Positive Times brand branding iron now at the factory, and I think they have one at Best Hat. So if you want that brand, I posted a video in a comment. There's a picture of the brand, and I posted that video in that comment. But that was the day that we were there ordering straws, and I took that video when I was in the factory. So if you guys are interested in looking at that, maybe we'll put it on our Instagram. I've been meaning to do that, but we've been doing a lot of other things. So we'll get that up on the Instagram too. So check that out. Maybe we'll put it on Facebook, whatever, TikTok, put it everywhere.
All right. Jeff says, 8110, interesting pattern. Cool to see them early. Very good explanations of choices and upgrades. Thank you.
Thanks. We appreciate that. We want to make sure everybody knows that, I chose just the basic black for this hat because I thought it was just a classic look. I think I said that in the video. And of course, we could have done something crazy with this one as well. I could have put lambskin in it. But you know, we got a lot of hats to wear.
Uh,
got to kind of mix it up a little bit.
Jeffs also likes the vents on that one. I think
On this one,
well, he commented during the video, so he might have. Which one do you mean, Jeff?
maybe it was the one with the 9 line.
Yeah, probably.
The Tough Cooper.
Cowboys in the Hood says, I like them all. I think the red ribbon does add some pop.
Well, hey, you know, guys, there's so many different things you can do with these hats to make it your own and make it not so kind of generic, right?
Oh yeah.
It's you know, you pick one off the shelf somewhere and they're all the same, right? And if somebody calls in and orders, just send me a bunch of hats and standard whatever, then everything out there is going to be the same. But we want to show you that there are many options that either the dealer or yourself can choose, and even aftermarket, right? So that band that Joby did on your straw is fantastic. You know, so there are many things, especially if you go to a really good hat shaper or a hat store, that they are able to do those kind of things. Emilio down at Double R, they have great ribbon skills. The hat store in Houston has somebody specifically, that's all she does, right? Is bands and ribbons.
Mm-hmm. Teresa, yes. Hi, if she's watching.
Hey.
Hello, Teresa.
So you know, you got to ask. I mean, sometimes you go in there and you don't know all the stuff they have. You got to just go in there and be like, hey, what all you got? What can we do to this? You know, and they can do certain things.
So I think by far the 8120 is the most liked hat because Daniel, D-Suits, and Adrian Avila like it.
I mean, it's a classic. It is a classic design, and everybody is using that body now. I'm so glad that American did. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you the story. We were sitting in Keith Mundy's office at American Hat, and I said, "What is that? What is that?" And we were talking about this hat, right? So, I mean, all right, I'm gonna dump it out. Make a mess. So we're talking about this hat, right? So this was Keith Mundy's personal hat, and he had just got it. It was a sample, and I showed this in the video. There's not even any writing. So if you know, yeah, give me that one. So if you know American Hat, they actually write inside on the body what body it is and what what size the body is. There's nothing in here. So we had no idea what this was. They didn't, like I said in the video, they didn't even have a name for it yet. But I told him this was my favorite hat body of all time, straw hat body of all time, and he gave it to us. Have we told this story before? I don't know if we have.
No, we haven't.
But it didn't fit me.
Guess who was lucky?
So this is Lorena's hat. She got this last summer, and yeah. So now I got mine. It's just a matter of who is going to shape it.
JF says a 9-line ribbon looks a little more formal, and Logan Lofton says ribbons on a lot of my hats.
There you go. All right. We appreciate your feedback on that. And I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, right? I've never had one, and we're going to see how it turns out. But we've got to get all of these hats shaped. We have talked to a bunch of guys. We've talked to the twins at Best Hat. We talked to Ryan at Best Hat. Ryan, we did our first video with Ryan 3 or 4 years ago. 3 years ago. That was our very first video.
3 years ago.
Where we actually went out and did hat shaping video. Talked to Danny. Danny's got a hat he's going to do for us. I'd love to have Joby do a hat for us. I'd love to get Emilio from Double R up here. Who do you guys want to see shape these hats? Because we've got, 5 of them to do this summer?
Yes, 5.
Plus we've got a felt, and we've got another straw. 7, so that's 7. Maybe more. I don't know. We got a lot of hats to do. And we have the ability to get people in here and do a podcast while we shape hats. We're gonna try to do that this summer with some of these hats. We'd love to get those in there. So tell me who you think should shape this. For me, I think Ryan at Best Hat or Joby should shape this hat. So Joby, if you're watching, first come, first serve. You want to come on and shape this up for me? I'm down.
Oh my God. I just remembered I had to check Facebook.
Always forgets the Facebook.
I'm so bad. You should
The
fire
Facebook.
me. All right, JP, hi.
JP.
I don't know if he's still watching, but if you are,
He might have quit
sorry.
already. He's like, fine, they're not going to pay attention to me.
All right, JP says, gotta catch them all, Joe. You can do it.
There
What
you go.
did you buy at Fenolio the other day? Gray fall quills? LOL.
No, I didn't buy anything. We were just at Fenolio kind of networking. We go down to the stockyards once. We try to go once a week and hang out down
Yes.
there.
If you see us, say hi.
Yeah, absolutely. We see people all the time. We saw somebody this weekend.
I don't remember. He says 5 years ago they were under $100 for sure. Talking about the increase in
the straw. Yeah.
I like the 9 line a lot. Don't
too.
forget us, Facebook. I'm sorry, Jeff Mullins. I'm so sorry.
We're gonna get her a split screen. She's got 2 monitors over there.
She's got a lot on her plate. Don't forget us, Facebook people. Oh, well, all right. I'm just going to like his comment right now because, all right.
Yes.
And JP is still here.
JP,
Yay.
thanks for being here, buddy. We appreciate it.
All right. Now listen, Ezra Williams has a very important question.
Okay, Ezra, he's a hat shaper out at NRS here in Decatur.
Where did you get the feather on that hat?
Yeah, you like that? I made that. So
Show him.
these are coming. This was the prototype, and we figured out how to include. So you can actually hang it a couple different ways. You can either go in the band, or it comes with this attached 40-pound test string that you can actually tie it to.
40-pound test.
40-pound test. You can actually tie it to the sweatband or I'm sorry, the hat band or however you want. And so this was the prototype. We're going to be doing. They should be announced this week. I'm trying to figure out how to put it on.
You guys are going to be able to pre-order them this week.
Yes, yeah, pre-order this week. These are going to be in Mexican flag, American flag, and Texas flag. And this was a test with the leather wrapping. We've got some different leather we're going to be using, but these are all hand painted. We're pretty excited about them. I've been looking for a long time on how to do this, how to at least get them on our website, and we decided we're just going to make them ourselves. But this is the prototype.
JP says, I definitely need one of those feathers, buddy. #Texas.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, really, guys, I think feathers. You know me, I'm all about feathers.
She loves feathers, and I love feathers on a straw. I have always used a feather sticker, and we still have. And that was kind of the reason we made the feather sticker. So we've got a Texas feather sticker and patch that we've been using for a long time, and I really wanted these in some form or fashion that we could put on our website because I just think they're fantastic. It's a real feather. It's hand painted. We're still working on the process to make sure we can do them quickly and cost effectively, right? And get the sizing down, right? So just little things, but this was a proof of concept, and so these are coming this week on the website. So if you're interested, keep an eye out on those, and I'm sure we're going to put them on Instagram and Facebook and all that
Also,
stuff.
new models and new colors. Feathers are also,
Yeah,
coming soon on the website.
we got so many feathers. We could start a hatchery or something, right?
We got so many feathers. We could be a bird.
The feather club for birds or something like that, where we transplant the feathers back into
Now,
them.
Jeff Mullins on Facebook has a question.
Yes.
What is your opinion on ribbon bands on a felt hat? Personally, I like them. I never leave a hat the way it was bought. Neither do I. That's me right there. I always customize them a bit. I've never had a felt with a self band.
So, without getting into it too much, because there's something coming.
Stay tuned.
But I was not a fan of ribbons on felt for a long time, and then we started doing these videos with. Well, for the school, we started doing videos on how to put straw or ribbons on straw, and then we did one for the Forey Smith video where we put a ribbon on a felt, and I saw Coulter Wall's hat in the Dale Brisby video, and I thought it just looked fantastic with a ribbon on it, especially a larger ribbon. And so I'm kind of sold on certain hats, right? I got a white hat in there that I just had a 9-line ribbon put on it. Took the self band off, and I had a ribbon put on, and it was tacked on, and the bow's on there, so it looks factory. I haven't worn it yet, but it looks really good. And yeah, so I mean, I think on certain hats and certain color ribbons on that hat, it can work. I mean, you know, your opinions change. I was for a long time, I just had to be a self band. But yeah,
Opinions change, but in the end, the only opinion that matters is
your own. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So if you like it, you like it. I probably wouldn't put one on this, but I'll tell you what. I saw Emilio at RR had chocolate ribbons on the evergreen, and it looked great. Right. I probably would have gone a little wider on it. I think he was using a 4-line or something like that. I probably would have gone a little wider, but I thought it looked great. The color contrast was great. And it kind of, a lot of people can't tell the difference between, and you guys saw this on when Justin Biltonen was here. He was wearing an evergreen, and I thought it was a chocolate. So a lot of times you can't tell the difference unless, especially if you're not in the right light, between the evergreen, the chocolate, and even the steel in videos they all three look very similar. So, you know, you put that chocolate ribbon on an evergreen, it really makes that green pop.
Yeah, and the evergreen is just a different creature. It's a chameleon.
I almost wore that today, but I really like my chocolate hat. It's one of my favorites.
Jason Campos says, is it just me or straw brims are longer than felts?
No, they're the same. So I generally, and I've said this before, this is my only felt in 4.5-inch brim. I usually wear a 4 1/4 in felt and a 4.5 in straw. And I'm looking for the hat, but it's not out here. The reason for that is I got the 7800 in 4.5-inch brim because it was all that was available at the time. And I wound up loving that hat so much. I wore it so much that I got used to the 4.5-inch brim. So now all my straw are 4.5, all my felt, except for this one, are 4 1/4. Now,
Horacio Garza is going to have me get up again and go to the office because
he wants to see the white hat.
He asks, which straw model is the most popular? Now I know the answer. I'm going to go get it. So you tell him.
Okay, so the 1011 is the all-time best-selling American straw. We did one last year. If you check out our video at the hat store, we did a 1011 there. It got a punchy crown, cattleman with you guys will see it in a minute. It's cattleman with a mule kick and a rounded J brim maybe. So it's all-time best-selling American straw. Oh, here it comes. All right. She brought them all. We're going to have all day putting this stuff up. So this is the 1011. It's kind of a brown and white color. I don't know if it's coming across on video there, but it's a great hat. I love this hat. I think it's great. I think it probably needs some. Give me number 1 again.
And what shape is that?
This is probably a rounded J brim. It's got a little harder corners in it, but it's gone through a move since last summer, and it looks like it's out of whack. It needs to be tuned up before summer, before it starts seeing.
Who shaped it?
Hat store. I told them already. We did it at the hat store.
Yeah, but Justin Gilgard wants to know who. Do you remember?
Yes, I remember who shaped it. I was there.
What is his name? Pop quiz. Blaine.
Blaine, thank you. All right. This is the white hat we were talking about, and it got the ribbon. Is this the close-up?
Yep.
Is the best we can do?
That is the best.
It's hard to see on there. So the self-band on this was not to my liking, and I never wore it. And so this is a Joby shape, and we had a buddy of ours hook me up with a new 9-line ribbon on this. It's kind of an off-white. I don't know if that. Give me number 1 again. Maybe you can see it better on number 1. It's too bright in here, right? Maybe that.
It looks pretty white on camera. It looks kind of.
It's off-white. It's kind of a cream yellowish. It's just a little cream colored. Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, that's the white hat with the 9-line ribbon. So I still have not worn this hat, but.
And about opinions, Biff Wellington says, nope,
right.
My wife's opinion is the only one that matters.
There you go.
LOL.
Yep.
All right. Ruben Rosso says, I can't change the bands on my Americans. Just order 1000X Silver Belly, NRS clearance, matte resistor 9-line blue WTP. Really put a VOJ Vogt Johnny Bones on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Vote.
VOGT.
Vote is they're a manufacturer of buckles for hats. So
right.
Hat buckle. They make hat buckles.
Yes.
And they also make Western buckles too. I believe 3-piece and all of that. So they do a lot of stuff. Jewelry. Vote. But yeah, I'd like to see that. What was I going to say? I forgot now.
Well, D-Suit says it would be great if y'all could get Rhonda Lemons on the show sometime. Met her several years ago and spent the afternoon watching her and asking questions. She's amazing.
Where's she out of?
Yeah. Where is she?
You know where I want to go to? I want to go to Shorty's. I want to go talk to Shorty or have Shorty in, and definitely go to Shorty's. So we need to reach out to Shorty's. There's a lot of people I want to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
So
get in the car.
That's coming. Well, we're working on it. Samson with a P makes JB Zielke's hats. Makes help me out. Name is escaping me. Yeah. Anyway, he's out of Canada. We talked about that in the JB Zielke video. Samson with a P on Instagram, but he's a hat maker out of Canada.
Let me check Facebook, see if there are any other comments or questions.
Yeah.
Who's watching on Facebook, guys? I see 6 viewers. I know Doc Soots is here, Jeff, and JP. Who else is here? Who else is on
Coulter Wall. Samson also made Coulter Wall's hat. So that was one of the reasons I'd like to talk to him about that hat. I really liked that hat. It was a great looking hat. Got anything else? I'm about done. I'm spent. It's been a long day, guys.
Yes, we've worked a lot.
Hey, we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight and kind of putting up with all of our technical difficulties.
Stephen Bradley, hey.
Hey, buddy. What's going on?
Aldo Gonzalez is here too. Hello. Nice.
Hey, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Well, if there aren't any other... Oh, hang on. Any recommendations
gotta check Facebook?
I won't forget Facebook people again, I swear.
Yes, she will. But any recommendations for what?
Any recommendations for a true white hat as far as brand?
Not really. Like I don't wear white hats. Not yet. I don't have a recommendation for a white hat yet. American makes a great hat. I would probably get a 7X or American white hat. Joby's probably got some in stock, just because they don't hold up. A white hat just doesn't hold up. You cannot. I mean, I've never worn that, and it's already dirty.
Gets dirty just by looking at it.
Yes. So I mean, probably for me, not gonna happen because there's so much stuff they have to do to make that thing white, right? So I mean, they have to add stuff to it, add powder and all of this stuff to it, and it's great for photos and in video and stuff like that. But to actually wear, nope. I mean,
No.
that's just my opinion. Like I don't want to mess with it.
I feel like a white hat, I don't know, it's like a wedding hat maybe?
I don't even think that. I mean, just go with black or midnight blue for a wedding hat.
Hmm. Doc is here too. Hi, Doc.
Hey, Doc. Good to see
Doing
you.
a lot of sharing. I think he meant shaping.
Shaping?
Dust and dirt is coming out of the straw. Is that common?
Coming out of the straw.
Yeah.
No. Well, yes. So if you're talking about when you're shaping it, your hands get dirty, or you see the water kind of turn dirty on the straw as you go, yes, because those straw will attract dust and dirt, and when you shape it, you're kind of washing that off. So yes, that's common to see. You just wipe it off before or wipe it off after you shape it, and you're good to go. It's not a big deal. It happens to almost every straw hat you ever shape. But yeah, if that's what you mean.
And it's hard to keep a straw hat clean. I mean,
I've never cleaned this. Never cleaned this, and it doesn't sit in a box. It sits on a hat rack, one of our Mark Christopher collection hat racks, and so it's probably dusty. But the good thing about straw is you can't really see it, and it doesn't stick too bad. I mean, I guess if this was caked in mud, I'd have to wash it off, but
yeah.
I just don't worry about it because, straw.
So Rhonda Lemons is out of the Emporium Western store, and she's done hats for Haggard, Hank Jr., Dwight, and so many others. We definitely need to contact her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going to take notes right now. And I want to thank everyone who's liked the stream tonight, guys.
Yeah,
we have
guys, we
52
appreciate it.
likes, which is very good. I mean, usually there's more people watching than likes.
Well, you know what happened? What had happened was
What had happened was
when we came in here and had all that 10 minutes worth of mess.
yes,
They thought, oh, these guys don't know what they're doing, so they just left.
we are humans.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't think they left. I think they sticked around.
We really appreciate you
Because
guys
these guys are awesome, and they're here every
absolutely.
Sunday.
I know, right?
We appreciate them.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
All right, so which hat should we do first? Leave a message in the comments. Which hat should we do first?
Stephen Bradley says, remember, bring my 50/50 to Wyoming. No, you're coming here to get it.
No, we'll take it to Wyoming. He needs it there, and that saves us some shipping anyway. So,
Okay.
we will put that if we can find room, because we got to take everything. We're taking everything to Wyoming. So guys, if you can make it out to Wyoming, to Gillette, Wyoming, to the Dusty Vaquero Days music festival, come out, hang out with us. We're bringing everything. Everything's coming. Lights, cameras, computers, the whole 9 yards. We're going to do podcasting. We might do some live streaming if we figure it out. We might do some live streaming of the concert, and then musicians as they come off stage, maybe talk to them. I got really cool ideas for this and how it could work. It'd be like a green room type thing where they get off the stage and they come back and they have to sit and talk to us.
Oh, that'd be cool.
For everybody has to talk to us for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then
that'd
we
be
could
awesome.
live stream that. Maybe we'll put it to members only, the live stream, and then we can upload it as a video. I don't know. All kinds of things we could do. If we've got good internet, we're going to find out when we get there. What the podcast room looks like, we're going to find out when we get there. Obviously, JB can't tell us because he's in California cowboying.
Cowboys gonna cowboy.
Right. So we're really excited about it. Stephen Bradley's coming up. He's going to help us out doing the whole video type thing.
He and I were the same size, so maybe I can wear his hat there, and that'll be.
He wears a 3/8. You wear a 5/8.
No, he wears 7.5. He's 7.5.
Maybe.
I know
I forget.
he is.
I forget. The hat's in there. Anyway. Yeah. So Stephen's going to come out, hang out with us, and help us with some video stuff. And yeah, Steven and I have known each other for over 20 years. We were in the Navy together, and he's a big help. He also makes hat patches right here in America, veteran made. So if you need hat patches, check him out. It's veteranpatchco.com, I believe, and it's Veteran Patch Co on Instagram and Facebook.
I knew it. 7.5. See?
Okay. All right.
All right.
He's got to wear a Cowboy Cartel patch on it.
I'm gonna put a patch in that hat tomorrow. First thing tomorrow.
Ask him what one he wants.
All right.
All right, guys. Anything else?
I'm still contemplating coming up as well to Gillette, JP says.
JP, come on up, man. The more the merrier. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Trust me. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yes.
Maybe we'll bring patches and feathers and T-shirts and stuff too. I don't know.
I think we should.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Bring your table, your little fold-up table.
Okay.
If we can fit it in the car.
Let's put up a tent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Our tent's in Kentucky. We need that.
We do.
All right. Anything else?
Let me see here. Jeff Mullins, sorry I tuned in late. Where is your boot killing all truck driving co-host tonight?
What? What?
Your boot killing old truck driving co-host tonight.
Oh, Connor. Yes, Connor's taking a break. He decided he just wants to shape hats, so we let him shape hats.
Yes, and ride trucks.
Yeah,
drive drunk. Boots. Ride trucks.
Okay.
Not drive.
What about boots?
Why are you twisting my words? R Shaw 550 says.
Huh?
Pay attention. Arsha 550. I'm in Kentucky and I've been really enjoying your content. I rode bulls back in the day and y'all got me back into hats. It's been a while. Thanks for all you do.
Hey, we really appreciate that. That really,
cool.
We are glad that you guys enjoy what we do. And, we've always said we try to make everything just a little bit better we always try something new, right? So we tried the remote with JB, and the video looked fantastic. It was great, man. We're gonna have to get that dialed in because
I know, yeah.
We would much rather have a guest in the studio where we can control everything. Technology, am I right?
Yes, but it's gonna be pretty cool.
It is, and we're gonna figure it out. We wanted to call the winner tonight, but oh my God, we just had that much trouble with JB. Yeah. Could you imagine if we'd added 2 more layers? If we would have added, we decided to go with the hat, picking the names out of the hats instead of more technology, because could you imagine? Like tonight would have been just ridiculous. It would have been, yeah, I know, right? And I don't know what would have happened.
But I think tonight we had a great show. You guys got to see a lot of hats.
Yeah.
So thanks for being here with us.
Be sure to leave a comment which hat do you want to see done first? Who should we have shape that hat? And what do you think? What do you think of that 9-line? Leave comments,
Someone
please.
Here said Joby, and Jeff said the 9-line ribbon looks a little more formal. I said that. I like the 9-row ribbon on your new one. I'm not a fan of the thin ribbon. Going to have a different one put on my 50/50. Oh, Daniel said that.
Yeah.
As it is a small ribbon. And someone says here that Joby had to shape it. Let me see who it was.
Okay, Joby, you're up.
Don't think Joby's watching tonight, but
I sent him a text before the show. We talked.
Right.
We talked. So I told him about the new video, and so we'll send that to him. We need to go see him this week, so maybe we'll see him, and we'll get him lined out to come out here and do the stroll.
8120 first, they say. 8120.
8120.
And
all right.
one of the twins. Oh,
interesting. All right. We'll let them flip a coin to see which one gets to shape it.
Yes, one of them starts it and the other one finishes.
That'll be interesting, right? Each one does one side.
Yes. There's something about the 8120 that everyone's like.
It's a fantastic hat. It's a great hat. I love it. I'm so glad that American started using that body. Also, there was something else I was going to mention.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Joby have one that's similar?
He does. I mean, everybody's making one.
It's called El Oso, right?
Pro Hats makes one. The hat store, their private label, they've got one. Everybody's using this body now. I mean, like everybody. So it's very popular, and everybody's making it. I said that I had a Connolly years ago, and it just was not my favorite hat. So I'm so happy that American is making it, because American is obviously making some of the best straws out there. There are some others making some fantastic straws, but Resistol is not my particular favorite. That's okay. If it's yours, that's fine too.
There is a hat for everyone.
Yes. Guys, also, what should I wear to Dusty Vaquero Days? What hat? Not straw, right? So we should probably do felt. It's going to be in Wyoming, right? It's going to be 70 degrees. It's going to be, I mean, I'm thinking felt.
I'm going to start a poll for that.
Start a poll.
A what?
A poll.
A poll.
A poll.
I know. I can't say that word, you guys. Poll.
That and dog and Doug sound the same.
No, I can't. Look, listen. Dog. Dog. Doug.
I swear to God, the first two are the exact same thing.
What? A ver, you say parangarecutirimícuaro.
Nope.
Ándale,
Thank you anyway. All right.
All right, let's see. Let's do a last check.
Yes.
All right. What's wrong with Doug? Now I can't. I don't want to say.
She has a hard. Well, she doesn't have a hard time saying it. Just when I hear it, Doug and dog sound the same.
Doug sits. What's wrong with Doug? He says.
Doug and dog sound the same on occasion. And duck.
At least I'm bilingual.
Duck, dog, and Doug.
Duck, Doug, and dog.
They sometimes sound the same. Just saying.
Rápido corren las ruedas del ferrocarril.
Yep. Nope.
Ándale. You're up.
All right.
All right.
That's about enough.
Yeah.
That's about enough nonsense for tonight, right?
I think so.
All right. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for putting up with our shenanigans. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Please go, when this video is done, leave a comment. Let us know all the questions we asked. And she's going to start a poll. Make sure you
participate.
Thank you. Participate in that poll. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.